Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. For those of you new, I'm Jeanette from Embroidery Sewing and Crafts. In this video, one of the things that I'm going to be doing is I am going to be embroidering these Burp cloths. Now, these are part of, I think they're cloth diapers. And I want to show you exactly what, I should have cleaned this up before I started videotaping. I'm a mess. Let me start over. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. For those of you new, I'm Jeanette from Embroidery Sewing and Crafts. In this video, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be embroidering birth cloths. Now, these are not really like actual birth cloths. I'm going to show you what they actually are. These are actually called Cozy, and I think what it is these are pads that are actually used for cloth diapers. Okay, so but a lot of people, what they do is they buy them and they actually use them as birth cloths. So the grandma is expecting a I think it's a little girl, and it's a little granddaughter, and she wanted to embroider these birth cloths for the granddaughter. So one of the things that I have my customers do, and I just want to show you because it gives you a little feedback on my process on how I actually do things. Usually sometimes what I'll do is I will ask customers if they just want to drop off the item to make sure that they indicate on the item where they want something to be embroidered on. Okay, so just to give you a sample, this is kind of like how I have the customers indicate placement. All right, like she says she wants the letter W, she wants it to be at least 2 inches, and she gives me the pink, and she actually places the piece of paper exactly like where she kind of wants the embroidery to be. And she did that with every single item, as you can see. So one of the things that I always do is I will go ahead and in Brilliance, and I will create the actual embroidery file. Okay, and let me give you a little close-up here so you guys can see exactly what I am talking about. Okay, I'll try to give you guys a little close-up here so you guys can see what I'm talking about here. Okay, so here you see her little directions on how she wants it to be and where she wants it. So this is the file that I create in Brilliance, and I print it out. Okay, now my printer is running out of ink. I always tell the customer, don't worry about the color that is on the piece of paper. Just focus on the image itself. Okay, and then I went ahead and I take a picture of, and I put it on top of where it is. And then I take whatever, I know she said pink. I have pink on the machine already, but let's say it's pink, and I'll just put this on here. And then what I'll do is I'll take a picture of this and I'll send it to the customer so they know how the font's going to look. They know I understand the placement of where they want it, and they also get to see a picture of the thread that's going to be used to sew the garment. Okay, so yeah, so that's how I did it. So let me show you how all of them are going to look. Okay, one of them is going to have the W. This will be done in pink thread. Okay, this is going to say baby sis. Okay, and let me just move the camera over a little bit so you guys can see. And probably, there you go. There you go. So you guys can get a better vision, okay? See, so baby sis, okay, and this is like what she had put on there. She wants lavender or purple. I'm going to do this one in lavender. I think it's going to be really cute in lavender. Okay, so this is the lavender that's going to go with that one. So it sends a picture of that one. Now this one right here is actually, she wants the Wester. Okay, the name Wester on here, 2 inches. I did it as big as I possibly could to fit it right smack in the middle. Okay, and this one I am actually going to use violet purple. Okay, and then on this one it's going to say baby sis again right in the middle. She wants it to be about 2 inches, and she wants it to be pink. I don't want to use the light pink because the light pink is what I'm actually going to use for the initial right here. Okay, so what I'm going to do for this one is I'm actually going to use the dark pink. So that's really going to look cute, and it's going to look pop, pop out really nicely. Okay, so one of the things that I wanted to show you guys, especially in this video, is how I actually sometimes take orders from customers, and then with this, I write up the invoice and I put down all the details on what each one is going to have. One will have an initial. It's going to be at the the bottom right corner, the other one bottom center, and then have another bottom right corner here. Okay, so yeah, so I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to set up the machine, and for the rest of the video you'll see how these stitch outs came out. Okay, so I'm going to start with the letter W. The machine's already set up, and we're just going to go by there. Now, one of the things also is some of you guys may be asking, like, oh my God, how do you know exactly where you place this correctly? All right, one of the things that I strongly recommend is that when you have something like this, right? Like, let's say I'm going to take this one out of the pack. All right, let me just move this here so you can see exactly what I'm doing. Okay, let's work on this one. I'll move this on the side. All right, so let's say I got this one. I know exactly where it's going to go. I know that she pinned it here. She wants the letter W in this area. I'm going to take out the safety pin and remove her paper. Okay. Put it back. I always give the customers back their stuff too, because you never know if they need safety pins. All right, so then what I do is I will take this item and I just use Scotch tape and I just tape it down to where I want the embroidery to go. Okay. All right, and then when I hoop it, I make sure that I align it so that it aligns correctly with this. Okay, see how the printout will have the cross? So I just go ahead and I align everything correctly. That way everything prints out perfectly. Well, it embroiders perfectly. Okay, so that's how I do that. All right, so let's go over to the machine and let's watch this stitch out. All right, you know what? Before we go to the machine, though, I thought of something. You guys may want to know, how am I going to hoop this? Well, I don't have a really small hoop that is actually going to work with this. So this is what I am going to do for this. All right, I'm going to use my 5x5 mighty hoop. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay it in here as much as I possibly can. Okay, and then another thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to put painter's tape on the outline here, okay, before I actually put down the mighty hoop. Okay, I mean, you could use painter's tape, or yeah, painter's tape is usually better because it'll tack it down a lot better than if you were to use Scotch tape. Scotch tape is not gonna hold it down that much. Okay, now I just do this just to secure it. That's all it is. It's just a little extra precaution. Okay, now will it shift? Not sure, but this is the thing. This is a customer item, so I don't want to chance it. Okay, so now that I have this taped down, okay, I'm going to take my mighty hoop, the cover of my mighty hoop, and I'm just going to go ahead and snap it in. There you go. It's nice and taut. Very good. Nice. All right, so here we go. So it is nice and taut right in here, and then this is ready to go to the machine now and to stitch out. So now I'm ready. I am ready now to go to the machine and stitch this baby out. Okay, guys, I am going to be doing this on the 6-needle machine. If you want, you can do this on a flatbed. It's the same concept, okay? On a flatbed, you just want to make sure that when you test your needle out, and I'm going to take you over here so that way you guys can see. When you test your needle out, okay, make sure that your center point is right there where the X is. Now, I know it's probably going to be a little hard for you guys to see. Sorry, I had my microphone somewhere else. Sorry. Okay, now I think I'm better. All right, so if you guys can see, it probably looks a little blurry on here, but there is a dot right here. What I like about the 6-needle machine is that it has a laser pointer, okay? And the laser pointer shows you exactly where the needle is facing, okay? Now, as I mentioned before, the template has this X, and this is where I want it to be in the center. So what I'm going to be doing is on my machine right here, I'm going to be aligning it using these numbers, okay, well, these arrows, to make sure that that laser is right smack where it should be in the X portion, okay? And I'm moving it right now. Okay, now I'm going to show you exactly where it is so you guys can see. Let me give you a little focus right here. As you can see, the my laser is right there smack in the middle of the X. If you had a flatbed machine, what you would do is turn your wheel, make sure that that first stitch is going to hit right in the middle of here. Once you have this aligned, and what I would do is I would use tearaway stabilizer on this. For a single needle machine, I would spray temporary adhesive, lay this down, okay? You most likely are not going to use the painter's tape like I have right here because I'm using a different hoop. You're just going to float this, and then you make sure that your needle is going right down to the center, and that's how you're going to be doing it on a flatbed machine, okay? Now that I have this all settled in my multi-needle machine, if you notice the W is backwards, okay, because that way I have this hanging on this side, okay? You make sure that you have it backwards on your machine too. Make sure that you have your image aligned exactly how it's supposed to be, all right? So now what I'm going to do is, now that I know that this is in the perfect spot, I'm going to remove my template from here because I don't need it anymore, okay? I already know where it's going to go. And now I'm just ready to stitch it out. And that's exactly what I'm going to do right now. Okay, so I'm going to hit OK. And I'm going to hit embroider. And yeah, it should not take long at all to do. It's just the letter W. Okay, so I am ready to go. All right, that looks really, really nice. Let's take it over to the cutting table and look at the final product. Okay, guys, here we go. All right, so remember we had the tape on, and now voila, this is the final product. Looks really, really nice. Looks clean. Love it. And now I'm going to take it out of the hoop. Okay. Put this aside here. And this is painter's tape, so you can just pull it right off. Okay, but I like it because it gives it has enough strength that it will hold your fabric in place, but it's not so much that it's going to like be very, very difficult to take off the item when you're done. So this works just fine. And then I'll just take the tearaway stabilizer off. There's no need to put Tender Touch behind this because it's not like an item that the baby is going to wear. Okay, so there's really no need to use that. And I'm going to get my little snip scissors here and just remove the extra snips that are out there. And this one is done. All right, so this is complete. This is ready. And what I'll do is I'll just fold this up and put this in a nice little package, for the customer. And now I'm going to have to start working on the others. Okay, but I'm going to be doing the others the exact same way, but I wanted to show you exactly how to, hoop something. And I kind of wanted to show you this one because this looked like the most difficult one out of the bunch that I have to do. When it comes to this one, I'm going to be hooping it the exact same way, using the painter's tape on the edge so that I can make sure that this stays aligned. Okay, this is the same thing. I'll be using the same kind of concept. I probably won't have to use the painter's tape, but we'll see. And the same thing with that. So, at the end of the video, I will show you how all of them look once I'm done stitching them all out. Okay. All right, guys, I embroidered the last one. This is the last one, and let me take this one out so that you guys can see what the outcome, how they all came out. Let's see, make sure the camera's in the right place. Just want to make sure you guys can see. As you can see, there's little snips here, and I want to take those out. And as always, I keep misplacing the little snips that Miss Banks bought me. Those are the ones that I like for this. I don't know where I put them. I think that's something, the little orange ones. Well, the pink ones. Now I don't know where I put them. And I literally just had them in my hand, too. So anyway, so let me just take these out. I'm going to take this out anyway. Okay. Let's make them out really nice. I got to get rid of these snips here. And because I can't find the one that Miss Banks gave me, I'm going to look for some other ones that I can use to get rid of the snips. Ain't that something? I can't find that one of them. Okay, all right. So I don't know what happened to my snips. All right, so let me just use these. I'm just going to clean it up. Just cleaning up the tails so that way they don't look bad when they look at the back. I like the back to look neat. Okay. So that way it looks nice and neat. So just get rid of some of this. Don't cut all the way down. Okay, but just cut enough so that you don't have all this flake stuff all over the place. There you go. See? Let me show you. Give it a spot. See how it looks nice and neat back there? Okay. And then this is the front of this one. Baby sis. Looks cute. Okay. My favorite of all of them is this one, the purple one. It says Webster. Isn't that cute? That looks really cute. The W came out really nice. I think the customer is going to be really pleased with all of these. And then the one that says Baby Sis. Okay. So now I just got to package these up. And the way I'm going to do it is I'm just going to fold this this. Okay. I'm going to put Webster in front because Webster is my favorite. Okay, so there you go. They all look nice and neat. I'm going to put them in a nice plastic bag. Put that this way. Okay, I do have to print out their invoice because they did pay. So I'll make sure to print out the invoice, and usually what I'll do is I'll add, I'll put in my advertisement and stuff along with the invoice. I'm also going to give them back all their little pins. I always do that. I always give them back their pins because I got plenty of my own. I don't need them and stuff. But yeah, then I'm just going to package this up, and I'm also going to put it in a thank you bag. So if you guys sell locally, it'd be great to get some thank you bags. If you could get one with your logo on it, that would be cool too. But I just don't want to spend the extra money. It's okay. I got all the advertisements in these little cards that I'll place in here. I'll just put these in here and along with the paid invoice. And this is resealable, so I'll just open it up and put the invoice in there. Or I could just slip the invoice in the bag. It's okay. There we go. All right. Yeah, so I just go ahead, package this up, put it in the bag with the paid invoice, and I'm good to go. Came out really, really nice. I'm very pleased. I know the customer's going to be happy. And I hope you guys like this video and stuff. So if you guys are looking to embroider baby birth cloths, this is a good way to do it and stuff like that. Using the template to make sure you align it correctly and everything. Really, really cool. Customer's going to be pleased and stuff like that. So guys, hope you like this video, and if you do, please give me a thumbs up, and if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. I'm all about embroidery, sewing, and all types of crafts. So I will talk to you guys later. Have a good one. Bye.